Hello and welcome to CAPTCHAs. Do they keep us secure or just waste our time? In this demo, we will show you how bots can easily bypass CAPTCHAs using automated tools and CAPTCHA solving services like 2CAPTCHA. To counter these attacks, we will introduce F5 bot defense integrated with BigIP to effectively block automated traffic even when CAPTCHAs are bypassed. Before we dive in, let's briefly review what CAPTCHAs are and how they work. CAPTCHA stands for Completely Automated Public Turing Test to tell computers and humans apart. CAPTCHAs were introduced in the late 1990s as a method to filter out problematic bot traffic. CAPTCHAs come in many forms, including reCAPTCHA. Initially, CAPTCHAs effectively blocked automated attacks, but as bots evolved, CAPTCHAs became more complex and difficult for humans to solve. OWASP defines CAPTCHA defeat under OAT 009. There are many third-party services that solve CAPTCHAs for a small fee using optical character recognition, AI ML, and real humans. We'll demo this using Selenium with Python and a CAPTCHA-solving API service called 2CAPTCHA. Let's start by visiting the 2CAPTCHA website. On the home page, we see that 2CAPTCHA is marketed as the #1 CAPTCHA solver on GitHub, with support for various programming languages like Python, PHP, and Java, and 24/7 tech support. They offer a straightforward API for CAPTCHA solving, making it easy for developers to integrate their service into software applications by using an API key. They provide support for nearly all CAPTCHA types, including reCAPTCHA, Arcos Labs, Cloudflare Turnstile CAPTCHA, Datadome, and many more. Our demo will use an app called Hackathon, deployed behind a BigIP. First, let's log in as a human user. The CAPTCHA requires us to validate that we're human before signing in. Once we complete the CAPTCHA, we're allowed through. The CAPTCHA is working as expected. Now let's see how CAPTCHA uses access tokens to determine if we're a bot or not. Here we have two incognito browser windows open. In Chrome DevTools, we find the reCAPTCHA text area tag, which has a display parameter set to none. If we change it to inline, a text box appears where the trusted token goes after validation. We'll make this change in both windows. Now we see the text box in both windows. Let's click I'm not a robot in window 1, solve the CAPTCHA, and note the token inserted into the text box. This shows that bots don't need to check the I'm not a robot checkbox themselves. They just need the token. We'll copy the token from window 1 and paste it into window 2, logging in without checking the CAPTCHA box. Time to automate the login process using the human CAPTCHA solving service. Running our Selenium Python script, we see the browser open and inject credentials into the site. We'll modify the text area tag to see the token from the 2CAPTCHA API service. The bot instructs 2CAPTCHA to have a human solve the CAPTCHA and pass the token back via the API. The script places the token into the hidden text box and clicks Submit, treating the bot as human. Now let's look at enabling F5 bot defense for BigIP TMOS. We'll show you how to quickly set up the service with BigIP version 17.1 and above. Inside the distributed cloud console, we'll start by clicking into the bot defense tile and creating a connector. We add our application, configure the connector name, description, region, and connector type, and save the settings. Now we can gather all of the connector information for our BigIP by clicking on the ellipsis next to our connector. Then we log in to our BigIP console, create a new bot defense profile, and input the necessary information from the connector. We'll configure the protected endpoints, set the mitigation actions, and bind the profile to the virtual server. Now let's run the same attack with our BigIP bot defense connector protecting the application. The browser opens and starts injecting username and password information. The script sends the reCAPTCHA information to 2CAPTCHA, but this time we block automated applications from HTTP post to our login endpoint. We see the configured block message, and even though the reCAPTCHA is bypassed, our bot defense service stops the automation from injecting the credentials. CAPTCHAs of all types are increasingly ineffective and introduce user friction and a false sense of security. F5 bot defense offers superior protection against sophisticated bot attacks, preventing malicious automation from ever reaching your protected applications.